Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Better Not Podcast.
On today's episode, we're talking about Schwarzenegger. We're talking about Furbies, and we're talking about amphibians. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Welcome to the Better Not Podcast. I'm Will.
And I'm Zach.
And this is the podcast where two coworkers bet beers on topics you can easily Google the answer for.
That's right.
That's what we're doing today. What do we have today?
Well, I thought about this a couple weeks ago. I was flipping through HBO, like to look for movies to record, and there was one called Kindergarten.
Yeah.
And I noticed that it was spelled kindergarten and not kindergarten, and I always thought it was kindergarten.
Yeah.
And it made me think, what does kindergarten mean? It has to have a meaning. So that's our bet today.
Okay. What do you think it means?
I think it means school. So
Okay.
you have, and let me explain why.
All right,
you
all
have,
I won't jump the gun.
You have preschool,
All right.
and then kindergarten. So I think you have the pre, and then you have kindergarten, which means school, and then you have the grades of school after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And what are your thoughts?
I'm thinking it means I think it's like a German word that means like garden of nurture, like nurture garden or something like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like it's a time where kids are young and I guess the play field or something. I don't know. Like I don't know. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. And now that you say that, I'm thinking beer garden. You know, that's something in German, the German beer gardens. Is that Garten or Garden?
I don't know how it's spelled.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to try. We'll have to figure it out.
I think we're going to figure it out, yeah.
All right. Well, let's do it. Let's dive in. We're going straight into this one. We've been talking back and forth about this one for a long time.
Yeah.
So now it's about time that we figure it out.
Yeah, it's been bugging me.
All right. Let's
Just
go.
want to know.
Let's go. Fire up the generator and let's see the bet. Is that the generator sound?
That's a little bit better.
I think
the one thing that bugs me about this podcast
the one thing that bugs you about
is we gotta come up with these topics, and then I can't Google the answer for it until we do the podcast.
Oh yeah, that's
and
the
so
worst.
I'm like waiting to know for like a couple weeks usually.
Yeah, so that's we've talked about this a lot, that we want the podcast to feel like real in the moment. So we're like, should we do a bunch of research before and be super prepared talk show hosts?
Right.
Or should we like in the moment figure things out? And I think we settled on just trying to figure it out in the moment. So now we have to wait until the podcast. Yeah, we've been mulling this one over for like 3 weeks.
At least, yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's find it out. Let's do it.
Cool. I love how anytime I type in what our topic is, it's like already number one.
That's awesome.
Okay.
What'd you find?
It says kindergarten, a school or class that prepares children for first grade. A child in kindergarten is typically 5 to 6 years old. Okay, that doesn't tell me what kindergarten means.
Did you look up like what is kindergarten?
Okay, so it originated in Germany. Friedrich Vorbel, a German educator, established a school in Blankenburg, Germany in 1837. Vorbel categorized the children in his school as plants. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me?
Yes. That's so good.
Characterized. Sorry.
Yeah.
He characterized the children in his school.
Wait, what did you say before?
Categorized.
He categorized each plant.
Yeah. Characterized the children as plants and the teachers as the gardeners. Oh my gosh. That's so stupid.
That makes sense though.
Kinder is a German word that means children.
Okay.
And the garden means garden.
Okay.
So children's garden.
Children's garden.
Interesting.
That's awesome.
Cool. Well, it doesn't mean school.
It doesn't mean school. I won that. Actually, this is super interesting. I found a similar article too. But dude, I won.
Congratulations.
Well, you were really set on it just meaning like school in German though.
Yeah, I just thought it meant school. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, awesome. All right. Well,
cool.
What beer did you bring me, Zach?
Oh, let me go into the beer chest here.
if you're new to the podcast, what we do is called Beer Corner. And, oh, that looks so good. And what we do is the winner of the bet gets the loser of the bet has to buy the other one a beer.
Yes.
So
today I'm a loser.
I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me? Oh
my gosh. I called you. Did you not work on Thursday?
I was sick.
Okay. And now I'm here going to get your sickness. Great. Yeah, I called your work phone to tell you that the company probably wasn't going to be coming. Every time I call, I just start busting up with that answering machine.
Yes.
For those of you that don't know, Will has like a musical and song that he sings.
Yeah.
On his answering machine at work. It's absolutely hilarious.
Yeah. Well, I'm a music therapist, and I just wanted to show my music therapy skills.
Yeah.
So I made an answering machine that was Drops of Jupiter. But I'd said like, "Hey, you've reached Will Cobb's office phone." It's pretty great.
It is.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I need to do it on my real phone.
You should. Yeah.
I should. Maybe we should do that today.
Okay.
No, definitely not. All right, what'd you bring? What'd you bring?
This is Carl Strauss Brewing Company. It's called Shipwreck. Where did I get Shipwreck? Okay, there's a ship on here. It's called Wreck Alley.
You just made that up. It's called Shipwreck, and it's delicious.
Yeah. No, it's got a shipwreck on here on the picture, so for some reason I thought I was going to say shipwreck. Anyway, it's called Wreck Alley Imperial Stout. It's brewed with coca nibs and coffee beans from Bird Rock Coffee Roasters.
Cocoa nibs.
That's what it says, cocoa nibs.
That seems...
Or coca nibs.
Coca nibs?
It's C-O-C-O-A. Cocoa.
Cocoa.
Cocoa nibs.
Nibs, though. N-I-B?
Yeah, N-I-B-S.
That's weird.
Yeah. Let's see here. So this is a 2016 mid-size brewing company of the year. Okay. Beneath the tides of Mission Beach rests Wreck Alley.
Oh, you need to read that like a sailor. Beneath the tides of the
Yeah,
Mission... Okay.
That's a little too much work for me.
Beneath the tides of Mission Beach rests Wreck Alley. A dark and mysterious seascape of forgotten ships. Amidst the rusted wreckage in a marine ecosystem, an artificial reef teeming with life. Our Wreck Alley. That was a weird sound.
I can like hear the spit coming out of your mouth into the microphone.
But that's what the pirates do. They spit and have the gristle. Our Wreck Alley is as dark as the depths of its namesake, an imperial stout of uncharted complexity, brewed with darkly kilned malts, cocoa nibs, Ethiopian coffee beans, sourced by our friends at Black Rock Coffee Roasters. Wreck Alley boasts rich layers of dark chocolate, toffee, and espresso-like roasts.
Your pirate voice kind of turned into like a safari guide's voice towards the end.
It's all the same.
Yeah.
It's all the same. Oh, this is really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'll be able to focus on this. Focus on me. Focus. I'll take a picture of it. I need to take more pictures of our beer. I should take a picture of the Bud Light starter beer.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that needs an opener, and that needs...
Okay.
You got the opener. I'll go grab glasses.
Okay.
Take a break for a second.
Cool.
All right. We're back with cups. We're back with the bottle opener. Nice.
All right.
There you go. Now we mix that with the Bud Light, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's do it.
Go for it.
We're, of course, using our Coors Light Cal Poly mugs. Oh, my gosh. This is so
That is
dark
very
and thick.
You might have to mix that with Bud Light.
Water it down. Wow. That is a chocolate stout. Chocolate coffee stout thing. Oh, there's so much beer in this thing. Boom. Okay.
All right.
Boom. Okay. Really cool label there.
Yeah.
Shipwreck. Awesome. Cheers.
Prost.
Oh.
It's very coffee.
Ooh.
And I taste the cocoa nibs.
Yeah. I'm really good at tasting cocoa nibs nowadays.
It definitely has a chocolatey coffee taste to it. It's not very cold.
It's really good though.
Yeah.
Sometimes stouts are like a little too much for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be able to drink this whole thing by myself.
Yeah, actually, it's a good splitting beer.
Yeah.
How big are these bottles?
It's got to be 24 ounces.
24? 20.
I think it usually says like a pint and a half or something like that.
Pint and a half, yeah, it does say that. I mean, it's 2 glasses, yeah. It's pretty good. It's super dark. Like, light doesn't even, like, penetrate it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
Is those dark depths that it was talking about, which is really cool. Actually, a lot of times when I get a dark beer like this, it's see-through.
Yeah.
So that's really interesting.
Yeah, it is really thick. It doesn't taste thick though.
Mm-mm. It's pretty. It's not like heavy. It's not like a Guinness heavy.
Right.
But yeah, you definitely taste the chocolate. You can like kind of smell the coffee, and then it's not heavy, and it has a good mouthfeel, good slosh.
Mm-hmm. I can't really smell it. I should have smelled it before I took a sip of it.
Yeah, you can like smell it. It's kind of like a coffee, which is good because we're recording this in the morning.
Yeah.
This is our coffee for the morning. Yeah, my cup. I didn't finish my cup of coffee this morning, so this will be...
Oh, really?
Actually, do they have to label this as caffeinated? Like, do they have to put caffeine in here?
Do you think it is caffeinated?
I mean, if it has coffee in it, because they already have the Surgeon General warning of like alcohol. Yeah. But
if you're pregnant, obviously don't drink a beer.
Yeah. That's interesting. Don't they have to like? Wasn't there a law passed that they have to put if it's caffeine?
I have no idea.
I thought there was like a federal
law. That makes sense.
Is there a federal law? Hold on. I'm like super curious.
I'm going to say no, because when you go to Starbucks, their cups don't say this contains caffeine.
Their cups don't say it. Yeah. Does their menu say it?
I don't know. You were the one that worked at Starbucks.
Is there a federal law that you have to label caffeine content? FDA regulates caffeine levels in food and dietary supplements pursuant to the Federal Food and Drug... Okay, so it does regulate it, but the requirement for each differ. Caffeine is not considered a nutrient, and they're not required to list it. Okay,
interesting.
I thought like a few years back that there was like a big like push to label caffeine content. It was like 5 years ago, maybe. And then a lot of people...
Was that the Mormons pushing that?
Well, maybe. Actually, yeah, that's a...
Because they can't have caffeine, right?
Yeah, they can't have caffeine. Anything that alters their state of mind, I think, is what it is. That's really interesting. I think it was...
Is that why they can't watch the news, too? Alters their state of mind.
Dude, are you a stand-up comic over there, Zach? No, I think it was like when energy drinks were like super big.
Yeah.
You know? And like Red Bull and Monster and all this stuff. And they were like showing that it's like, healthy. They were trying to say that it was a healthy energy drink.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then they weren't displaying how much caffeine was on it. And people were like, there has to be so much caffeine in it.
Yeah.
And then they finally started doing it and like labeling it right. And people were realizing that there's like 4 cups of coffee in like these energy drinks.
I looked up Red Bull one time and I thought that it had less caffeine than a cup of coffee.
I think coffee cups have like 20 grams.
Okay.
Or not grams, but what are they measured? I don't remember what they measure in it, but it's 20 milligrams. Yeah. And then I think Red Bull has like 35 or something.
Oh, okay.
But like Monster and stuff has like 150 or crazy numbers.
Yeah. I always like the Red Bull more than the Monster.
Yeah. Red Bull is actually drinkable.
Yeah. Gives you wings.
Yeah, it does. That's what they say. But then everybody at work drinks those Bang energy drinks. Yeah. That's weird.
Yeah.
Those are gross. Or they look gross.
I've never had one, but I was in the grocery store one day and a lady dropped it and it like exploded everywhere.
Did she say Bang?
Bang. No, but the can said Bang. And yeah, so she dropped it and it was bubblegum flavor and I could smell it like 2 aisles down. I'm like, it smells like bubblegum in here. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's some good flavoring then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm driving over here, and
Yeah.
there's 2 CHP officers pulled over a car on the side of the highway, and I go driving by, and there was 4 or 5. They looked about teenage kids sitting on the side of the road, and the cops were pulling everything out of their car. I just keep thinking about it. I'm like, I need to look on KSBY and see if like there's any coverage on that.
Yeah.
Because it looked like they were like getting busted hardcore.
Getting busted.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got a little bit of weed.
Yeah.
Even though it's legal, they still bust him for it.
Yeah. Just a little bit of meth.
Yeah, that's probably what more so it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of meth here.
Yeah. Memorial weekend, everybody's coming over here.
The memorial, the meth, they go together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, kindergarten. And that brings us back
Are we still on the kindergarten episode?
Yeah. That brings me back to kindergarten. So,
what's your favorite memory from kindergarten?
I have a couple memories from kindergarten.
Okay.
My first memory is I got stabbed with a pencil.
By someone else? Or?
By a mean guy. Yeah.
Wow.
That's my first memory.
Okay.
Second memory is I actually did kindergarten twice.
Oh.
I got held back because I started too.
You failed, huh?
I started too early.
Okay.
I didn't fail. There weren't grades in kindergarten.
Well, why else would they hold you back?
I have an August birthday, so it's like, like on the line of when you could go to school, and so they started me early, and then they realized like I was still too immature, and then they held me back a year.
So it was maturity.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, that's the whole point of the line is like maybe you could go early, but if you're not mature enough, then they either make you repeat or you like wait a year to go in.
So because of that, when you were a senior, were you more mature than your co-seniors?
I was older.
Yeah.
So probably, maybe. I mean, I was older.
Yeah.
And then all my friends graduated high school before me, and then they graduated. Well, I mean, I had my friends in my grade, but I still related to the people that were a year older because they were the same age as me, or a grade older.
So you kept in contact with your original kindergarten class?
Not my original kindergarten class, but the class in front of me was my age.
Okay.
So like they were all 18 when I was 18, but I was a grade younger.
So
I was
when they all moved to first grade and you stayed in kindergarten, did you continue to play with the first graders, or did you just make new friends?
Stayed. What I did was I aced my second year. I knew all the activities they were bringing.
Okay.
I was so good at them.
Did you go, hey, you already did this one?
Basically. No, I didn't do that. I did it to my peers. I was like, I already know what to do here. And I would nail the little scarecrow dancing thing, with the pins. You do it's like the paper arm. And then you do like the not push pin, but
I know
the little rivets, right?
Yeah.
And you make that guy, and you make all the things,
Yeah.
And
I'm surprised they do that on the East Coast.
Oh yeah,
that's interesting.
And what else? I just remember that. And then, the first year I got sent to the principal's office all the time because I was so bad.
Because you were so immature. Okay.
He was a vice principal at the time, and both him and my first kindergarten teacher came to my high school graduation.
You invited him?
Yeah, my mom did.
Really?
She said she wanted to see them, or that they wanted to make sure I graduated.
What? That's hilarious.
So I got.
That's like Feeney, just kind of like following you throughout your career.
It kind of was because we kept in touch with both of them.
Yeah.
The vice principal, his name was Mr. Friend. And he was just the nicest dude.
Is that really his name?
Yeah. It was cool. Mr. Friend and Miss Fisher.
Okay.
Miss Fisher's the perfect kindergarten name.
Okay.
Like kindergarten teacher name.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just remember all that. Those are my two memories. And then I still have my Tooth Fairy pillow I made.
Okay.
It says William on it. It's pretty great.
Never heard of a Tooth Fairy pillow.
Yeah, it's like a little pillow with a little pouch in the front, and when you pull your teeth out, you put it in the pillow.
Okay.
Yeah.
You made that?
I think we made it. Like it was presented to us, and we did something to it. I don't remember exactly how it was, but yeah, those are my memories. What's some kindergarten memories of yours?
I have a distinct memory of. So there's this big kid named Steve, Steve, and he was a big Indian kid.
Yeah.
And for some reason, him and me just like never really got along.
Yeah.
And one day I was doing something, and I don't know what I was doing, and he like grabbed me and pushed me against the fence, and I was just like, oh no. And so he was like telling me, what to do or whatever. And so I'm just like planning in my head, okay, what am I going to do to get this guy back? And so then after he let me go, he's like walking away, and he was walking by some mud, and I went and pushed him, and he just like fell straight into the mud.
This is kindergarten?
Oh,
you
yeah.
did this?
Yeah. And so, yeah, I got sent to the principal's office, and then my dad had to come and get me. And so my mom wasn't at the house whenever they called. And so my dad came and got me. He took me down to the restaurant, and he's like asking me what I did. And I told him, and he's like, well, it doesn't sound like you're like too out of line. He's like, don't worry, I won't tell mom. And I was just, from that time on, I was just like, my dad's cool.
Yeah. Your dad's got your back.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So that was like my main memory that I can remember from kindergarten. But yeah, I had a cool kindergarten teacher, Mrs. Lovren.
Okay.
And I think that was her name, Mrs. Lovren. No, she was my preschool teacher. What was my kindergarten teacher's name? I'm drawing a blank. Really nice lady.
I don't remember my kindergarten teacher's
name. Right. Gosh, she had cerebral palsy.
Okay.
And she was just like a really, really nice lady. And when I went to high school, I went on a band trip, and we needed like $1,000. And so like I wrote letters to all my old teachers, and she gave me $500.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So super cool.
Yeah. That's
Wish
awesome.
I could remember her name. That's pretty bad.
Well, she's probably listening.
Who knows?
You can thank her now.
Yeah. Thank you, kindergarten teacher.
Yeah. Everyone's listening to this podcast.
I heard.
Yeah.
I heard. Yeah.
It's high end.
I know.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. So, I actually went to two elementary schools. They built a new elementary school.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. I never got like crazy close with all my teachers. I did like in that year.
Yeah.
Like,
what do you consider crazy close?
Hanging out on the weekends.
Going to have beers after school.
Yeah. It was weird times. Yeah. Did you ever have to change schools, or were you just at
No,
the same schools?
I was Westfield Wildcat.
Okay.
All the way from kindergarten to 6th grade. And then I was a Pioneer Mustang for 7th and 8th grade. And then I was a Monache Marauder for high school.
All right.
So, and Marauder, it's an Indian.
Yeah.
And their Marauder, I forget what it means. It means either like fly eater or worm eater. I can't remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And we used to have a mascot named Mo.
Okay.
And he was like a goofy looking Indian guy, and they banned him when I was in high school.
Yeah.
And they changed it to like a bear or something like that.
Yeah. Well, they probably should have.
I don't know. It's cool. I mean,
yeah.
I'd be proud if I was an Indian and somebody was like, hey, you're going to have a mascot.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the influence. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think my first school was Freeman Elementary.
Freeman Elementary.
I think it was
Okay.
like Freeman. Like,
Okay.
there was a guy named Freeman. So it was yours.
Yeah. I'm probably one of my ancestors.
It was the Firebird. We were
Okay. Freeman Firebirds.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And then, oh no, I went to Fort Daniel first. Fort Daniel Elementary. And then the Freeman.
That sounds like a military camp or something.
It does sound like a military camp.
Yeah.
And then I went to Decula Middle School. Duckula. That's where I'm from. I don't know.
Duckula?
Yeah. It looks like Dracula.
Wait.
Write it out.
You never told me that you told me you grew up in like Somerville or something like that.
Lawrenceville. Lawrenceville is where my mom's from, and then the town over is Decula.
Decula. Okay. I didn't know that.
Decula. Everyone says Dracula. It's 'cause it's funny, I guess.
Yeah.
They say Decula and then Decula.
Decula. Okay.
Decula is what some people like pronounce it wrong.
Yeah.
There was one time, there was a marching band show, in my high school was in Houston, Georgia. These
There's
names,
some weird names
I know.
over there.
The guy, we're like marching out to the field, and the guy goes, all the way from Houston, Georgia. It's like, all right, it's Houston.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Dude, the town names. Oh, my town was like in like 5 or 6 towns. So like everyone was like didn't know where you were from really. Like Lawrenceville went all the way to Beaufort, and then Decula, Houston.
No, there wasn't like set boundaries.
There was, but like basically our main road kind of cut it all.
Okay.
So you were from that area, but that area was everywhere.
Okay.
So it was weird.
It's kind of like Templeton and Paso. Like it's like kind of hard to know if it's Templeton or if it's Paso.
Well, even the 5 cities area, like Oceana, all that stuff. I don't know.
It should all just be one city.
It really should just all be Pismo, but
Yeah.
do they all have their own governments?
I don't know, because I mean, even Pismo right next to Shell Beach.
Yeah.
You know, that's Pismo. Come on.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah.
Well, I think that technically is Pismo. Like those are the same. Like, but doesn't AG have a different government than Pismo?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure.
But does Oceana? Is Oceana its own town?
I think it's Oceano.
Oceano?
Yeah, Oceano.
People don't say Oceana?
I don't think so.
I realize that
You want to do a mini bet?
How are we going to look that up?
Just type in the Oceano or Oceana.
Like what it ends in?
Yeah.
But what about the pronunciation?
Well, I'm talking about the spelling.
I don't want to mini bet that.
Because you know you're wrong.
I probably am wrong. I pronounce everything wrong. And then I like to make fun of people that pronounce things wrong because it's funny, but then I pronounce everything wrong. So
yeah. How do you say Paso Robles?
El Paso de Robles.
Okay.
We should talk about Kindergarten Cop. Some kindergarten movies.
Okay, sure.
Have you seen Kindergarten Cop?
No.
What?
Is that like Mall Cop?
Kindergarten Cop. With Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, I've never seen that.
You never seen it? You need to see it.
Okay, so is that like the kids' version of Terminator or something?
He has to go undercover as a kindergarten teacher. I think to protect one of the kids.
I've never.
And then he falls in love with the kid's mom or something like that.
Okay.
I think that's what it is.
Kindergarten Cop.
Wow, this is off the top of my head. Yeah, look at the picture of it. So it's the movie where you've heard people say it's not a tumor. Like, it's not a tumor.
No, I've
You
never
haven't heard that?
No. Everybody always says, I'll be back.
I'll Be Back is one of his famous ones, but if you look up like famous Arnold Schwarzenegger quotes, it's not a tumor is high up there.
Okay.
Get to the chopper. Get to the chopper.
Hang on. I'm going to look this up. Famous. I messed up.
Wait, how'd you mess up?
I almost bet you that it's not a tumor isn't one of the top quotes.
Oh, you should have. It's like one of the top 4, right?
No. It's consider that a divorce. If
you would have won, is what you're saying?
Yeah. If it bleeds, we can kill it.
What? That's not one of the top quotes.
The very top one is I'll be back. And then hasta la vista, baby.
Okay, is that number 2?
That's number 3.
What
or
about
number
2?
4.
What's number 2?
Consider that a divorce. That's number 2.
Was he on a show or something doing that?
I'll let him go.
Where are you getting
He
this?
had to split. I just Googled it. It comes up.
It comes up.
What a hothead.
No.
What a pain in the neck. Those are all.
No, they're not. Those are not the top ones.
Look.
That's not like a list though.
Yes, it is. It's literally a list.
It's a list, but it's not like top quotes. Type in top 10 Arnold
Famous
Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger lines.
Type in top 10. Top 10.
I already looked it up. Wait, do you want to bet then?
I bet you that Get to the Chopper is going to be in this top 10.
Okay.
And that It's Not a Tumor is going to be in the top 10.
I just want to bet on the tumor. I don't care about the Get to the Chopper. I'm sure that's in there.
It's not a tumor. That is a kindergarten cop.
I will bet on the top 10.
All right, let's go. Mini bet.
Okay.
Let's do it. All right. Top 10 Arnold. Ooh, movies. And then I'm going to also, we'll go back to the movies. Top 10 Arnold Schwarzenegger quotes. Here we go.
So ready to win right now.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, I hope it tells us what movie it's from. Oh, these are weird ones. Kindergarten Cop. Number 6. It's not a tumor.
No.
Are these all your lunches? You mean you eat other people's lunches? Stop it!
He just drops that kid.
Now we're going to do something extremely fun. We're going to play a wonderful game called Who is My Daddy and What Does He Do? Yes?
Is your daddy a fireman? He's probably big. Is he a wrestler? Is he a basketball coach?
No.
What's the matter?
I have a headache.
It might be a tumor.
It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor. at all.
Nailed it.
Let me see the list because I don't believe that is top.
Okay.
10.
Well, this is going backwards. That was number 6. Number 1 is most likely I'll Be Back. Okay. Terminator. I'll Be Back. Original Terminator. And it's got the movies Hasta Vista.
Okay.
That's definitely number 2
Yeah.
for sure. That's Terminator 2, T2.
Okay.
Okay, and then Predator. Oh wait, we missed 3. Predator is if it bleeds, we can kill it.
Okay.
That was on your list, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then number 4, Predator. Get to the chopper.
Okay.
I actually haven't. I've never seen Predator. Have you seen Predator?
I haven't sat down and watched the whole thing, but I've seen parts of it.
Get to the chopper!
Oh my gosh.
I want to see that movie.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, I swear, he's done everything.
He's good.
He's been
man.
freaking governor. He's an actor. He's a muscle, whatever, fitness guru. He's done Celebrity Apprentice.
I can't believe he was the governor of this state. Now that I'm in this state,
Oh, and it was great. He did an amazing job.
That's what people say.
He got California back on track as far as a budget.
that's what people said.
Yeah.
Let's see. You're a funny guy, Sully. I like you. That's why I'm gonna kill you last. That's number 10. Oh wait, let's keep this in order. Okay. It's not a tumor. Kindergarten Cop, number 6.
All right, well,
That came out in 1990.
that's probably why I didn't watch it. I was 2 years old when that came out.
And then something from Running Man. I never saw that. Consider that a divorce. That's from Total Recall. Oh. Context. After discovering his marriage to Basic Instinct Sharon Stone has been a fraud, Douglas Quaid. Stone appears later in the film as a last-ditched effort to persuade Quaid to join the bad guys, and that his marriage is truly real. I haven't seen that movie. Terminator 2. I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. That's a good one.
I need to what?
I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle, because he comes in naked. Terminator 2 is a good movie.
Is that the one where it starts off with the kids shooting each other in the park?
Oh, I don't know. I just
Just
remember,
like playing cops and robbers.
Oh,
something like
probably.
that.
Probably.
Yeah.
I just remember that movie being so, like, it had the longest car chase I've ever seen.
Oh, really?
It was like 30 or 40 minutes of the movie was just a car chase. And it was the one with the semi truck. He's like hopped onto a semi truck and I can't remember the rest of it, but I just remember semi truck was in there.
Okay.
It was good.
Have you ever gone to Universal Studios?
When I was super young.
Okay. I don't know on the East Coast, but the one over here, they've got they used to have it. They probably don't anymore. It was a Terminator 3D thing. So you'd go
I
in,
do. Yeah, I remember
and
that.
it was like, I just remember, I think it was like his hand was like coming out to grab you.
I actually vividly remember that as a kid. I went really young, like elementary school or
Yeah.
something. And they had like the big like models, like full size models on the side.
Okay.
At least the one I went to. Like statues.
Okay.
of like the Terminators on the side.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. What do you think the top 10 Arnold movies are? Do you know all the top 10 Arnold movies?
I mean, it's gonna be probably those ones that are on the list.
Yeah.
One of my favorite ones though that he did was Jingle All the Way. Do you remember that one?
I do.
It's got like I think Sinbad or something as the co-star.
Yeah.
He's like a crazy postal worker. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It's classic Christmas movie. They don't play it as often as they should though.
Yeah. They should play more Arnold movies.
Yeah.
Was he in the one? Is that the one where he has to get the toy?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, and he's going to the department store to find the toy?
Yeah. Him and Sinbad, they're like trying to get the last ones or whatever.
I remember that so vividly.
Yeah.
Because it reminded me of Furby's.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, it reminded me, because I think it came out the same era when Furby's were like, you had to get the Furby.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen anymore. You remember that time? Like,
yeah. Beanie Babies.
Beanie Babies.
Furbies. And I felt like yo-yos almost.
Yeah. Well, it was like the one toy that was coming out that Christmas season that everybody had to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know we had at least 3 Furbies in our house.
Furby was awful. You couldn't kill it because it had like some backup battery or something. You could take the batteries out and it kept going. Yeah, we put it in the closet, like in a dark room to try to like shut it up, and it kept Furby. My mom got it for me. She was like, I regret getting you this. It's awful.
That's like, we had when we moved into our house, our fire alarms were malfunctioning.
Yeah.
And so I took them all down, replaced them all. And then I had them in the garage and I pulled all the batteries out and they would still freaking beep. I'm just like, what in the world?
Yeah, they have some sort of like backup battery in them.
Yeah.
Like a little disc battery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
It is weird. It's awful.
Yeah, it's probably so like the memory won't get erased or whatever in those Furbies.
Yeah.
Because don't they learn like the way that you talk, right?
Yeah.
And they kind of like a parrot. They repeat things that you say and stuff like that. It's
awful. Dude, they're the worst. That was
I wonder
a terrible
if they still
time.
make Furbies.
I hope not. They probably do have like nostalgic stuff.
Maybe I'll get you one for your birthday.
No. Okay, top 10 Schwarzenegger movies. Terminator 2. See, Terminator 2 is like the best one. And then Predator. Still haven't seen that. Then The Terminator, number 1. Then Conan the Barbarian. Never saw that.
Oh my gosh, these Furbies are so ugly. I just looked them up.
I don't know how people liked them at the time. Okay, number 5. True Lies. Never saw that. 6. Commando. I'm pretty sure I saw that one. 7. Total Recall. It's a good movie. Last Action Hero is number 8. I don't know if I remember that one. The Running Man. I still haven't seen. I want to see that one. 10 Twins. What is that? I haven't seen like hardly any of these. Why is Kindergarten Cop not up here?
You're not going to believe this.
What?
I'm doing some Furby research over here.
All right. Tell me about the Furby.
On January 13th, 1999.
Yeah, this is like a 2000s toy, isn't it?
It was reported
like right
the National Security Agency of the United States banned Furbies from entering NSA property due to concerns that they may be used to record or repeat classified information. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah, you could say like the missile password is this, and it would like.
So people were just like dropping Furbies off in government facilities.
Well, no, like our place. Like I brought the Darth Vader in, right? Then he talks and stuff. But if that was a recording device, I would get in a lot of trouble.
Oh my god!
So like,
I would have never thought of.
Well, like if you brought that Furby into work, that's technically a recording device.
Yeah.
And you would get in trouble.
Gosh.
So yeah, you'd have to ban it. Those are so dumb looking.
Right?
Why did we like
they're
those?
Ugly.
Why do people like them?
And what are they? Are they a bird?
It was a Furby. It was its own creature.
It is its own creature. And it's got the third eye.
Oh my gosh, Furbies are scary.
You can buy a Furby new in the box, $31.
Really?
On eBay, yep.
Well, I guess they made like 1 billion of them.
Yeah.
That's I don't want to think about Furbies ever. Like those things are so creepy.
They are pretty freaking weird.
So weird. There's still like animatronic toys like that. Do you remember Oh, you remember Big
Yes.
Mouth Billy Bass or something?
Yeah.
What was the name of it? Big Mouth.
Bill. I think that's what it is. Big Mouth Billy Bass.
Oh my gosh.
My father-in-law has one of those up in his bar upstairs. And then they had different versions. They had like the Christmas version.
There's like a trout. There was like a bunch of different fish. Yeah, and the Christmas version.
Yep.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's a shark version.
I should get me one of those for my garage.
Yeah, that seems right. But wasn't it like every time you walked past it, it went off?
Well, that's the thing is awful. It like scares you.
Oh my gosh.
Those
were so big. When did those come out? 99.
Yeah. That was like the era of just like these good toys, you know?
Creepy toys.
My parents had all these fake rubber frogs that they had around their house. Yeah. Not around the house, but on the outside of the house.
Surrounding the house.
Like in the garden.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember
the kindergarten?
They're no, it's just the regular garden. They're motion detected, and when you walked by them, they would start ribbiting or what? What's that called? Riveting. Yeah.
Riveting.
Yeah.
No, wait, that's cool.
Yeah, they were really
I actually
cool.
really like that.
Yeah.
That'd be cool just to have a sound machine outside making frog sounds if you don't have frog sounds already. Sure. Yeah.
We have so many frogs, dude. They're like everywhere.
Yeah, because
all in my backyard and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was mowing the other day and there was like a frog jumping in the grass.
Yeah. That's awesome though.
Yeah.
Because I feel like California doesn't have many amphibians. It's all like reptiles.
Amphibian?
Yeah. You know the difference between...
I don't know the difference between...
Zach, why do we go to school?
That's a good question.
Wait, we should Google that. Why did we go to school?
Yeah.
Mini bet.
I mean, you've seen that show, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader, right? Yeah. We all learn that stuff, but
it's gone.
You never use it.
In the ear, out the other.
Yeah.
Reptiles and amphibians. Yeah. What do you think the difference is? So
I know what a reptile is. It's like a snake and turtle. It's a reptile. Okay. Oh, warm-blooded versus cold-blooded.
Okay, you're on the right track. That's one of the features.
Okay.
Actually, I think that's the main feature.
Reptiles. I was gonna say they shed their skins, but that's just snakes. I don't think turtles shed their skins.
Yeah, I don't think it's a defining feature.
Okay.
Defining feature
what is an amphibian though? I don't know that.
They're moist, like they need moisture.
Oh, okay. Like a salamander.
Are those amphibians? No, I think the main defining feature, you're right, is the warm-blooded, cold-blooded. So reptiles have scales; they breathe air, and they live on land, and produce eggs. Oh. Amphibians live double lives, so they start in the water with gills. Oh. And then they move to the land, and are cold-blooded.
Okay, so is a butterfly considered an amphibian?
No, they didn't start in the water. Oh,
it has to start. I thought it was just the transition.
Amphibian, I think it means 2 lives.
Okay.
But I actually think they're both cold-blooded. They're both cold-blooded, actually.
Okay.
That's interesting. I thought one was warm, one was cold. Yeah, they're both cold-blooded. So you were wrong.
Should have bet.
Mammals are warm-blooded. So both of those need to stay in the sun to like warm up their bodies.
Okay.
But that's the big one. That's the big one is the water.
Learn something new every day.
Well, it sounds like I didn't know.
You just knew the term.
Well, I just knew like frogs were amphibians. All right, whatever. Whatever, Zach. Okay, well, this went all over the place. You know who plays with amphibians? It's kindergartners. They love frogs.
I do feel like I learned a lot this episode.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'll probably forget it. Just like everything I learned in school.
If you remember anything, remember that kindergarten is a time for nurturing little plants.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. In the garden. In the garden. Yeah. This is a good episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are we going to talk about next week?
Next week we are talking about...
Oh, we're talking about your ridiculous episode, aren't we? Zach texted me about this, and I was like, sure, I guess if you want to talk about this.
I don't know why you think it's ridiculous. That's a good question.
I feel like this is do you think this is an adult question?
Absolutely.
Okay.
What do you?
I don't think kindergartners think about chicken bouillon.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, that's what we're talking about. Next week's episode is chicken bouillon actually chicken?
And
I was going, so I love, my wife makes rice, then she'll put the chicken bouillon in there. It's so freaking delicious. And I was thinking the other day, is that really chicken? Like, and if it is chicken, what parts of chicken? Because it's like granulated, kind of like a powder.
I think we can both agree that it is chicken.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
It's got to be chicken, but what part of the chicken is it?
I think it's the bone.
You think it's the bone? I think it's just like the chicken stock, which I guess is made from bones, but it's like made from like everything.
Yeah. We'll have to look it up.
I'm going like dried chicken stock.
Dried chicken stock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's next week's bet. It's going to be weird. We're going to talk about some food.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be good.
Sweet.
All right. Well, thank you so much for listening. And we'll see you on the next one. If you haven't already, head over to our Patreon. Support us for $5 a month. Gets us a beer.
Yep.
That's pretty great.
Keeps us on the air.
Keeps us on the air. It's about $10 to run the podcast a month. So only 2 people. That'd be great.
Yep.
And we're on YouTube now. We've got our cameras going. Hello. So you can watch us yell at each other on YouTube. And actually the quality's pretty good. I've been stepping it up. I spent like a day like cleaning it all up, getting some really good graphical interfaces going.
I did. I told Mike the other day that we're on YouTube, and he looked it up, and he said it looked very, very good, very professional.
He must have looked at it after I did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks good. I made a nice banner for us, and I want to make like a graphic intro.
Okay.
Like I want like 2 beers coming in and like blowing up or something.
Sweet.
That'd be great.
Cool.
So we're on YouTube. So head over there, like and subscribe. All the things you're supposed to do for a YouTube channel. And everything there is pretty great. If you haven't already told all of your friends about the best podcast in the world, please do.
It's called Joe Rogan.
Dude, he posts every day. Sometimes 2 episodes a day.
Yeah, and they're long.
They're like 2 or 3 hours uncut.
Yeah.
I'm like, that is insane.
Yeah, he's killing it.
And then he has like 20 ads on every episode.
Yeah.
Insane. But this is the second best podcast.
I wonder how much that guy makes.
Oh, he's got to be like multimillionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like he has millions of listeners plus his advertising, and he advertises, and then he makes his own products too.
Oh, really?
Like I think some of the supplements and stuff are like his own like sourcing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's insane.
That's crazy.
I heard that there's a lot of people during COVID like stepping up and making their own podcasts.
Oh, really?
Don't listen to those though, because we're the real one. We started before COVID.
That's right.
And we're a real podcast.
Yep.
We're a real podcast.
We're a real boy.
Well, thank you so much for listening, and go like and subscribe on YouTube. Hit the Patreon up. We're on Instagram. We have a Facebook. No one talks on the Facebook, but you could be the first.
And we still have an email, right?
We do have an email, betternotpodcast@gmail.com.
Sweet.
So send us your bets, and we will talk about them.
All right, cool. See you guys.
Thanks for listening. The Better Not Podcast is hosted by Zach Freeman and Will Cobb, produced by Cobblestone Productions. All the music you hear is written by Will Cobb and mixed by Chad Mcilvenna. Thanks so much to Savannah, my wife, for singing on all the tracks that you hear. And thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure to go over to our Patreon and subscribe. And $5 goes a long way for supporting our podcast. And we have our videos up on YouTube now, so head on over there and check those out. Better Not Podcast. All right, guys. Thank you so much.